Good morning and welcome to another episode of Code Rhetoric with Tam Talk. I am Tam Talk. So on today's video, we are going to be doing a food review. And today we're actually going to be eating Snooze. And turn this around. Snooze. I don't want to waste it. But it is Snooze AM Eatery. So today on the menu we have, we call it the pancake flight. So we have cinnamon roll pancakes as well as blueberry Danish pancakes. And then we have the cheese grits, the cheddar grits, and then we have some pork belly bacon. And I'll share that with you. Yes. And the grits, I didn't share that. So yes. Of course, I won't be eating all of this in one setting, but definitely will start because I'm starving and I need to eat. But I also want to chit chat about some of the test prep strategies that I used when I was taking or preparing for the CPC exam. Excuse me as I open the fork. And so I give you a better visual here. See, you have cinnamon roll, and it has the nuts on it. Then we have the blueberry Danish, which is good too. Then, of course, I'm drinking an iced chai tea with coconut milk. Yes. But anyway, pause for a second. Amen. All right, so today is Good Friday, and as I previously mentioned, I want to talk about some of the strategies that I use to prepare for the CPC exam. So one of the things that I did that I definitely can remember, because again, I took this exam like, a long time ago. So one of the things I can remember is the night before the exam, I did not study. I didn't try to cram any information or anything like that. I actually made up in my mind that if I had to know it, if I knew it, I would have known it at that point, and there was no need to cram and stress myself out. So I actually closed the books, closed my notes, and I just chilled as if it was a regular, I'm going to say Friday, because Friday, I took my test on a Saturday morning, so Friday night, I just chilled like it was a normal Friday evening. All right, so let's taste this. It is good because it has the nuts on it. It tastes just like a cinnamon roll. It's just shaped differently. And you have the cinnamon, as I call it, it's not compost. I may be using the wrong term, but the little cinnamon spread, cinnamon sugar spread. So you really don't need any syrup or any other toppings for the cinnamon roll pancake. It's good. And so anyway, so that was one of the things that I did. I did not cram. I didn't stress myself out prior to the night before taking the exam, because again, either I know it or I don't. So I made up in my mind that if I didn't know it, that would be an area of the exam that I would not do well in. But I passed on the first try. So another thing that I did, so prior to, I guess, the day before, what do you need to study? Well, it depends. If you're taking practice quizzes, or depending on the course that you take, if they have practice exercises that you can take over and over again to help you, solidify your knowledge in a specific area, then I would do that. And I would do that for the areas that you feel like you're not as strong in, and maybe you could do a little bit better. Just do practice tests or examples in that area or specialty of weakness until you feel more confident. Now, many of you know I am a coach as well as a coding instructor through AAPC. So through my business, I've coached and tutored individuals who have actually prepared, they sat for the exam, or they may have sat for the exam prior to meeting with me and didn't do well. And so they came back for some coaching on those areas that they were lacking. And then they ended up passing the exam. And, I'm tooting my own horn. But anyway, but yeah, so they did well. So again, that is another thing that you can do. Just, maybe focus in on the areas that you may feel like confidence in to improve your chances of doing well in that particular area. What other things have I done? So I mentioned, not stressing about it the night before. I mentioned, going back and reviewing areas that we need to focus on. And then I also mentioned, hiring a tutor or a coach. And like I said, I do offer those services. I still offer those services to individuals. The time schedule may be different, and also those services will be offered virtual because I'm in a different state. The pandemic happened, so it is virtual, but it is a one-on-one session that you can have with me to review those areas to help you, succeed on the exam. And then let's say you pass the exam and you still want to be coached. Hey, that happened, Imposter syndrome does kick in every now and then. But yeah, and I'll, boost your confidence. Anyway, so now we're trying the blueberry Danish pancake. Now, I tried this before. It was good. And so they also have other variations of other pancake. I call it pancake flights. There's a pineapple upside down one that is great. It tastes just like the cake. So really, these are cakes to me, but they're good. That's all I can say. Real good, real good. I'm telling you, it's real good. So yeah. So we're gonna try the grits. I'm a savory person myself. I like savory food, so I like to mix it up. So we have the cheddar grits. As you can see, we have a little paprika, a little seasoning on the top, and of course cheddar cheese. And I love the consistency of the cheese, the grits as well. It's not too runny. It has a little bit of texture to it. I love that. I love that. I love that. It's not too salty. It's not too spicy. It's just right. And I've eaten at Snooze before. And I've had the pancake flights. I've also had, they have another dish, the shrimp and grits. Now, that's really good. It's really good. And so, yeah, have that. A grit. I'm going to try some bacon because, I love the bacon. The pork belly bacon. You see, the grease is dropping on my table. But you see the fat, the skin, the meat. Yes, and you can't eat too many of the pieces of these neither because, if you're trying to get your life together, your health together, you don't want to be the chart that you code. That's all I'm saying. I always say you don't want to be the chart that you code. But for the sake of the video, we're going to eat, yeah. And it's good with the grits. Like I said, pairing it up, you get that combination of sweet as well as salty. And again, savory. And yeah. So those are my strategies that I would recommend. That's what I've taken. Excuse me, I have my rag, y'all. To help me prepare for the exam. I passed the exam on the first try. But again, this was years ago. Again, things have changed. Technology has improved. I think you all have more time. I can't remember. But, yeah. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? If I can do it, you can do it. And I always will say this. Depending on your score, you just need to pass the exam. That doesn't mean that you don't know what's going on. You don't know how to code. You could be suffering from test anxiety. You could be suffering from, let me go back. Some of you probably don't know. But anyway, again, but that's where that coaching and tutoring comes in to help you strengthen in the areas that you're not doing well in or you don't feel as confident in. But again, you just have to pass the exam. And again, many may be suffering from test anxiety. because it is a time exam. It is a time exam. And so you may be suffering from that anxiousness, trying to beat the clock. For me, I am a natural fast test taker. I'm fasting everything fasting everything I do, especially when it comes to like tests or things of that nature, because I don't know, maybe I have ADHD. I'm not claiming that, but maybe I do. Or I just seize opportunities when they arise. So yeah, but yeah, so I passed the first time. My score, it was like maybe, well, I won't tell you. I passed. I passed. And so once you get over the hurdle of, again, the test anxiety, then you can proceed into, relaxing and really honing in on your skill set. And then I received this question prior to coming on. Let me swallow my food. Okay, so CPC does require like a certain number of training time before you can get the A removed off of your credential. Does my program offer the 80 hours certificate? Okay, so here's the thing. My course is self-paced and online, which means you're online, you're setting the pace, you're setting your time management, you are doing all of those things to manage how, you're setting what's going to fit your schedule and, be easier for, better for your learning environment, right? However, there is a mechanism within my course that allows you to track the total amount of time that you spend studying. And at the end of your training, you will receive information to show that reflect how much time you spent altogether taking the course. Now, that will vary. And so I think it's 80 hours for AAPC that you must complete. So 80 hours is like 2 weeks, and you're spending 8 hours a day on 8 hours for 5 days on your training. If you can do that, that's fine. Or if you have to take additional hours, or maybe you have work experience as well. So all those things can be constitute or go to, counted towards your training as a coding professional. So to answer your question, my training does offer or reflects the total amount of time spent in the entire course. And again, how many hours that is contingent on how you set up your study schedule, your learning or training schedule. I have nothing to do with that. Yeah. So yeah. So I am going to get into this food, and I'm going to get into my tea before it actually becomes melted ice chai tea. And yeah, so thank you for joining Code Rhetoric I'm going to call this the Coders Cafe. And for those of you who are studying and you're looking for an environment of like-minded individuals, or you just need a place to focus on studying, or even if you're a remote coder and you're looking for a place of community where you can focus and track your productivity, we do offer the Coders Cafe. That is a virtual Coders Cafe where you can access it now anytime to study or work. And again, it's a relaxed environment. So yeah, so I will leave that information in the link for you. And yeah, so we're going to call our food reviews the Coders Cafe. So yeah, so thank you for watching this video. And if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button wherever it is on this video. Hit the subscribe button. So yeah, so you can be notified when I upload more videos. So yeah, so again, it is Good Friday. Have a great day. Yeah. Until next time, hold on.